Welcome, my Pick-3 at a Glance family. This is Mo Monetary, St. Louis, Missouri, and we're welcoming my viewers too, your family too. Just please subscribe for me, like, comment, and share. All right, I love everybody. I'm a lovable type of person. That's why I put this Pick-3 at a Glance system together to make it where everybody could look at 1,000 numbers at a glance and know what's going on with the 1,000 numbers. It's fairly easy. That's the mistake that many people do, is that they don't track their own numbers. Numbers rotate differently in each state, so you have to track your own numbers. Numbers roll differently midday and evening. And the best thing to do with my Pick-3 at a Glance system, you will know how those numbers are rotating. You get 22 columns that you can follow each day and check off the numbers as they fall, and you'll know what numbers to pick when you build a bucket list, because this system works by the law of average, and those numbers are going to have to rotate. And if they're rotating, you building you a list of numbers to play as you're hitting. So that way you don't need the tic-tac-toes, the date sums, the grids, the flips, and the multiple rundowns. That's what a big mistake that people are making, to try to hit the numbers the next day. This system's not set up for you to hit the next day. It's set up for you to lose. But the best thing to do is to track your numbers. Once you track your numbers, you'll know why you're playing your numbers and why you're missing your numbers. If you don't know why you're playing a number, don't play it. With the tic-tac-toes and the date sums and things like that, and the triangles that they give you, all they're doing is giving you a small picture of what you need to know to really win Pick-3. Pick-3 is teachable and doable. That's what we can do. It's only 1,000 numbers. Pick-4 has 10,000 numbers. It's all chance with Pick-4. But with Pick-3, you can actually track the actual 1,000 numbers with my system. Okay? So that puts the power back in your hands, and you'll know why you're playing a number. And if you missed a number, you'll know how you missed the number, all at a glance. Okay? So that's a mistake that everybody's making, trying to hit these numbers the next day, trying to come up with a system where you can figure out what numbers come next day. It's 1,000 numbers. It's only 365 days in the year. You're only going to get 1/3 of those numbers, 30% of the numbers in that whole year, possibly. Okay, and that's not including the repeat numbers that come exactly the way they fall before. It takes an average of 3 years for all 1,000 numbers to rotate. And the best thing you can do is don't make the mistake of trying to hit your numbers the next day. My motto is, you hold them till they come and make that money, y'all, because you'll know why you're playing your numbers. So this is my tutorial section, okay, tutorial session video, where I explain the 1-1 rundown, and I explain the Pick-3 at a Glance system. I start with the prior number that fell the day before, to show you how to use the system. That prior number is 478. I'm state specific for Missouri evening draws. State specific for Missouri evening draws, but my system can be used anywhere around the globe if they're using 1,000 numbers and playing Pick-3, because it's an easy system and an easy strategy. So let me get started here. Today is August the 31st, 2022. Evening draw. Number was 478. That came out August 30th, 2022. Now this here is a straight. A straight is a number that can come 6 different ways. And that 6 different ways, also right here is the last time that this number came out in 478 straight like that was May 27, 2018. See what I mean? See how long a time it takes these numbers to come out? If you're not tracking them, that's a big mistake that you're making if you plan and trying to win and win big in pick three. If you're trying to win big, you ultimately have to track your own numbers, because all these numbers have different patterns, and I call those patterns DNAs. Midday number is going to be different from evening number. Evening number going to be different from midday number. Texas got 4 draws, 2 midday and 2 evening draws. You have to track each one of those draws individually. Okay, but this system will do that for you. All right. Now, like I said, May the 27th, 2018. And it comes, and that's how they have to rotate by the law of average. You got the number 478, 487, 748, 784, 847, and 874. For all individual numbers to rotate like that takes takes 3 years or more. That's why you have to have some type of tracking system if you're playing pick 3. Pick 3 is teachable and doable. There's no problem with pick 3. The problem is how you're trying to win. That's the mistake that people make. Trying to win the next day and playing and burning up all their money. Okay, but if you're tracking your numbers, you can play for the long haul, the long game, because when you hit, you build a bucket list, and you won't make the mistake of pulling numbers out of the air trying to hit, because you'll know where the numbers are coming from at all times. So you won't make that mistake. All right? Right here, what we have is how you're going to find this 478 on this master sheet to pick 3 at a glance. All right? So the first thing you're going to have to do is take this 478 and do the 1-1 rundown on it. Okay? Now this 1-1 rundown, you're going to add 1 to each one of these numbers. This here is a valuable tool. This only rundown you ever need to use with the pick 3 at a glance system. All right? Many people make the mistake of using multiple different rundowns to try to figure out what number is coming out the next day. All right? That's not going to happen. What we have to do, don't make that mistake, but track the actual 1,000 numbers so you can see what's going on with the actual 1,000 numbers. If you're looking at the 1,000 numbers, the date sums, the tic-tac-toes, the grids, the other 100 flips, mirrors, rundowns they have out there, then the flips, they got all kind of techniques to try to figure out how to find that next day number. That next day number is a luck deal, but you can track that number down and hit it and win big. Okay, you can win decent. I'm telling you, but it might take a little while. It's going to be an investment for you to have to do. All right. So now we're going to find this 478 with the 1-1 rundown. And what you're going to do, you're going to add 1 to 4, you get 5. 1 to 5, you get 6. 1 to 6, you get 7. 1 to 7, you get 8. 1 to 8, you get 9. 1 to 9, you're going to get 10. You don't use the 1. Just use the 0. 1 to 0 is 1. 1 to 2, 1 is 2. 1 to 2 is 3. And 1 to 3 is 4. Really what you're counting. You're counting 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then you know it's 10, but you're not using 1, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number at the top, number at the bottom. All you got to do is add. 1 plus 1 is 2. That's all this is doing. You're going here, 1 to the 7. 7, 8, 9. You know you're not, then you got 10. You're not using the 1. You're using the 0. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bam, you're done. Here, same thing. 8, 9, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're done. Same number at the bottom, number at the top. That way you ain't no confusion about did you add wrong, because all you got doing is counting down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right? Now, what it is, we're looking for this 478 on the master sheet, and then what column. Here we have 22 numbers. These 22 numbers make up these columns that are down here, which are 22 columns. So we want to find this 478 in what column. So, all right, and here's the numbers that make up, these are called the base numbers. These are numbers that make up the 1,000 numbers. 012, 013, 014, 015, 016, 017, 018, 024, 025, 026, 027, 037. That's 12 numbers there. That's the straights. Now the doubles here. And the doubles are a PICK-3 number with two like numbers like 001 or the 002, 003, 004, 005, triple zeros, 011, 022, 033, 044. That's the 10 numbers of the doubles. It makes up the rest of the 1,000 numbers. And those are the base numbers. These stay the same. This is what makes up the 1,000 numbers. All right, now what you want to do is find this 478. The way you're going to do that, you want to find where one of these base numbers are in the 1-1 rundown that you just did on the 478. And one of the base numbers is 07, is going to be 071. Like here, the base number is 071 on the column 6. Here it is. I'm sorry, 017 is 017. All right, but it's 701 here. You're going to mark that off. Okay, but what you're going to do is find the 017 on the master sheet to find the 478, but it's going to show as 784, the same number, but it's going to be in column 6. All right, and you go to column 6 of the straights, and here's the 017 right here, and then you're going to go down and find the 784. Bam. You can check that off at a glance. All 1,000 numbers. Now this sheet here is the master sheet. Each one of those numbers that I told you about had the 1-1 rundown done on all of them, which is simple to do. You can do this sheet in less than 30 minutes. All you're going to do is take the 22 numbers, do the 1-1 rundown, you're done. You got your whole 1,000 numbers. Okay? Reason being, on this rundown sheet here, this master sheet here, each one of these columns are just not 10 numbers, they represent 60 numbers. So you got 12 times 60, which is 12 numbers, gives you 720 numbers. You look at a glance, you're looking at 720 of those 1,000 numbers with only 12 columns, okay? Then the doubles can only come 3 different ways, all right? Plus your triples can only come one way. So you got 10 of those, but you're using a triple, it's going to be separate. So you got 9 times 30 gives you 270 numbers. 270 numbers at a glance, bam. So that 720, that 270 gives you 990 of the numbers, plus the triples can only come one way, gonna give you 10. That gives you 1,000 numbers at a glance on this one sheet. 1 in 1,000 odds. That ain't gonna never change. Mistake that people make is thinking they can hit those numbers, a system that, okay, what give me the number next day? What's the next day number coming in? No, don't make that mistake. Start tracking those numbers down in real time so you can see what's going on with the numbers in real time and not look at a fraction of what's going to be given to you with the tic-tac-toes, the date sums and all the grids and all those other different methods. Now, I mean, if you're used to them and they're working for you, still use this system, okay? If you don't do nothing today, take those 22 numbers, do the 1-1 rundown, and start following me. But when you start checking off your numbers, do it for your state, because I'm doing this for Missouri, evening draws. But do it for your draws, your state, and just check them off, start checking them numbers off, and you're going to have a different feel, because you're going to start seeing things of how these numbers are really rotating. You're going to know what numbers to play when you hit, because you're going to see what columns the numbers are not falling off of. This works by the law average. What we're doing is finding the numbers that are left. By law average, they have to come out. They're going to rotate out, okay? But it's going to take 3 years, but you'll be hitting before that time because you're going to see the pattern coming, okay? Now, the beauty about this here, is that in PICK-3, they talk about mirror systems and mirror and sister numbers. All they're talking about is out of the 1,000 numbers, what numbers would be the opposite number of each other if you play a number. That's all you got to think about. They call it a mirror. Some people call it sister. They call it opposite. So this is what we have here. We have triple zeros to 499 would be the top of the 1,000 numbers. 500 to 999 be the bottom of the 1,000 numbers. You got this grid here. All right. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the top numbers. 6, 7, 8, 9, 0 is the bottom numbers. Because 1 opposite of 6, 6 opposite of 1, 2 opposite of 7, 7 opposite of 2, 3 opposite of 8, 8 opposite of 3, 4 opposite of 9, 9 opposite of 4, 5 opposite of 0, 0 opposite of 5. Okay, and this is what we're looking at. You got 1, 2, 3. Say you play number saying 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8 come in. They just played the opposite number of what you was playing, the bottom number. If you're playing 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3 come in, they just played the top number of the number you was playing. All right. If you playing 3, 4, 5, and 8, 9, 0 come in, they just played the bottom number of the number you was playing, vice versa. All right. If you're playing the 6, 7, 8, and the 1, 2, 3 come in, vice versa, and just play the top number. Okay. The beauty of this, working with the law of average. Now, when you're looking at here, you're not just looking at 10 numbers like I told you. You're looking at 60 numbers. Now, this sheet here would be done like my yearly sheet. I do one sheet that I mark all the numbers continuously as a yearly sheet. Okay. And then I do 12 separate individual sheets for each month, so I can track each month what's going on in that month and what numbers are hitting and not hitting and missing. Okay. Now, you might find one of these columns might not hit by doing it monthly, might not hit in 2 months. That's 60 days on average. I got my eye on that column, so when I hit, I'll know where I can get my numbers from. Because by law of average, something's going to fall off that column. And if don't nothing fall off that column in 90 days, I really got my eye on it. So when I hit 9 out of 10, I'm getting my numbers off of that column that ain't failed in 90 days. And yeah, it take that long. That's why I'm saying you got to play your numbers, play them till they come make that money, y'all. Because it actually take that. That's one of the mistakes people make. They hop on and off their numbers. And one main reason they hop on and hop off, they try to get the next day, and then they don't know why they playing the numbers. That's a mistake. With this system, you cannot not know why you playing the numbers because you're looking at the actual 1,000 numbers that you playing at a glance. That's why I call it PICK-3 at a glance, because when I came up with this, I said, wow, I can look at everything all at one time and see every number and what every number doing on each column all at one time. No fuss, no muss. And I say, I can glance at it. So I said, PICK-3 at a glance system. That's one of the mistakes people, they don't hold on to their numbers long enough. I will hold on to my number for 90 days that I'm playing. And if it don't come, it don't bother me. Because I know when I hit, I'm going to hit them decent, and then I'm going to pile up on my numbers that I got in the bucket list from watching this sheet to play. That's how I do it. That's a mistake people make. They play for, they hopping off every day. That's what they want you to do. They want you hopping off these numbers to try to catch the next day. That's the trick. But you almost got to be willing to hold on to a number for 30 days. With this system, because you're going to know why you're playing. Now, if you just hold on to a number for 30 days and you don't know why you're playing it, that's a mistake. With this system, it ain't going to be no mistake. You're going to know what you're playing. And if you miss, you're going to know, well, I just ain't hit it yet, but this column coming. And these numbers I'm playing going to come off this column, period. Okay? So the reason why I was telling you about the mirror system, say you do get a column that ain't failed. I got to check marks here. But you get a column. I got to find one you can see a little clearer. Let's go to here. Column 8. Say nothing fell off column 8 in 3 months, all right? And you see that the number and its opposite didn't fall either. Like say there's 357 and the opposite of it is 802. You're gonna play those two numbers. Because by law of average, one of those two gotta fall. Or you might find 4 of them like that. Let's say this 468 hadn't failed, and this 913 hadn't failed. You're gonna play those two also. You're not guessing. You know why you're playing the number. Because you're working with the law of average. So when you do hit, you know where the column's at that's got the best chance of you hitting your numbers. And especially a column that ain't played in 2 months or 3 months. You might even get a column played in 4 months, and you know that's going to be hot for you. That's how I play. That's how I hit. Because if column ain't played, I'm looking for the columns that ain't played. Because when I hit, I know where exactly to go get my numbers. I ain't got to guess. I don't have to look at no other resource. Because all the resources right here, period. You ain't got to look at nothing else. Because as you tracking them numbers and you seeing what they doing each month, you're going to know where to go to get your numbers from by the law of average. And you're going to go to the columns that ain't played, took the longest to play when you hit. You don't have to guess. And you're going to see them. But this only works for your state. All numbers rotate different for all states, period. All DNA and all history of all numbers are different, period. They cross paths. You got 52 states, and well, all of them don't play, but majority of them do play. But them numbers, there's only 1,000 of them. They're gonna cross paths. See, people think that PICK-3 ain't teachable and doable, but PICK-3 is the best teachable and doable lottery you can hit. PICK-4 got 10,000 numbers. I just told you 1,000 numbers take almost 3 years to rotate through. What you think 10,000 numbers gonna take to rotate through? I don't even mess with PICK-4, you know. I don't really mess with too much. Really, I play the Powerball and Mega Million. When they get around 300 million, I put a couple. I don't spend a lot of money on them. They love. I just put a couple of dollars on it. It's for me. It's for me. If it ain't, it ain't. Period. PICK-3 is my thing. PICK-3 my thing. Period. That's why I invested and came up with this system. You'll find nothing else like it. I don't think. I'm pretty sure nobody got nothing like it nowhere else on YouTube. And it's teachable and doable. And I can explain it to anybody in 30 minutes. Period. Okay? That's a mistake people make. They try to hit them numbers the next day and they just blowing their money. Just play responsibly. $4, $5, $6. That's about where I keep mine at every day. And then mostly around $4 or $5. And then when I hit, I know where I'm getting my numbers from to play. Because I've been tracking all 1,000 numbers each day. It don't take but a minute. You're going to mark them off. And you're going to see what numbers ain't hitting. These are a little dumb. I'm trying to figure out another system, a board to make a different board with this marker. But if you do the 1-1 rundown on each one of the numbers, it's simple. You'll know what the numbers are. But I'm going to clean it up some, make it a little bit more better for you. But yeah, find those mirrors. Find how long a column took to fall. And you end there like that there. Same way with the doubles. Find those mirrors. Same here, double mirror. Let me find a mirror for you. Like the 779, the mirror of it is 224. Okay? That's what you're going to be looking for. You're going to want to play the number and its opposite. You know how some people say, oh, I played, like I said, that 1, 2, 3, and they played 6, 7, 8. If they had looked at the columns, they might have realized that 6, 7, 8 hadn't failed with that number, so they'd automatically played that mirror. Everything you need is going to be on this one sheet. 22 little numbers. Going to give you your 1,000 numbers and change the game for you. Okay? Change the game for you. All right? All right. So, people, a lot of people, I can understand playing out of desperation, been there, done that. But that's not how you're going to win. Not how you're going to really win big. If you win big, it's going to be because you got more money. You got a lot of money to play like that. If you don't know why you playing the number, But the way to play big, win big, is to play these numbers, know why you playing them, and when you hit, know what number you playing. Period. You know what I'm saying? Okay, that's it on my mastery. That's my baby. This is my baby. I got really three more strategies that I'm going to show you. But this here is how all the PICK-3 strategies started. PICK-3 at a glance strategy started. All right. So here, my next thing to do, I got a little calendar, and you write the 478 that came in 478. I marked that on the board. All right. Now, what I do, I go to strategy number 2. Strategy 2 is finding the pairs. And the way you track your pairs, mistake people make too, and they try to put together some pairs with different system, but this one here is to me is a good system. I put this together somewhere out of my head. Must be in my time of being a genius, I guess. I don't know, but I being math did not get along. I always wanted to know what pairs was left at the end of the month. So with this 748, this 478. Slow down, I'm talking a little too fast. This 478. What I do, I'll mark off the 47 right here, the 48, and the 78. All right. At the end of the month, and I can even do that for the doubles. That's this 478, three different numbers. Okay, so you're gonna have three pairs for that. For a double, say it's 112. I'm mark off for the 11 and the 12. You're gonna only have 2 pairs because there's only two different numbers. Here is 3 different numbers, so you're gonna have 3 pairs. Doubles, 2 different numbers, only 2 pairs. Okay. Hit me up in the comment section if you don't understand what I'm saying. So, and then at the end of the month, whatever pairs hasn't fallen, I carry it over each month until I find a pair that might not fail for 60 days or 90 days or however. When I hit, I know where I'm gonna pull my pairs from automatically. That's a mistake people make. They don't track the actual pairs. Here, same thing. That's strategy 2, pairs. Here is number positioning, strategy 3. They'll tell you'll hear them talking about code numbers. My problem with the code numbers before I put this together was, okay, I got a code number, but what I do with it, where I'm gonna put it at. So I say, okay, when I got a code number, what I wanna do, I wanna know where to play it at if it's code. So what I did, I put a column, got 0 to 9, 0 to 9, 3 columns to represent the 3 individual numbers. And like this 478 that came, I'll mark off the 4 in number 1 spot, the 7 in the number 2 spot, and the 8 in the number 3 spot, okay? So at the end of the month, I'll know what numbers didn't hit automatically, okay? So if I had the number like the 1, 2, 3 here, and say this 2 hadn't failed in a month or more since I was tracking it, and I'm playing 1, 2, 3, I definitely slip off and put that 2 in the run spot and a 3 and 1. I'm making sure I put 2 up front, and then I play 2, 1, 3, same number, but I'm putting that 2 in the front space because when it falls and I'm playing that number, it's more likely it's gonna fall in that front spot. Okay, if I was playing, I play my straight box 1, 2, 3, and then I play 50 cents straight on the 2, 3, 1, and the 2, 1, 3 50 cents straight. And if it come in, that's $350 in Missouri, like that. All right. Here, strategy number 4, I'm sorry. Strategy number 4. This is a yearly sheet. This is monthly. Strategy number 4. I wanted to track the front pairs and the back pairs of numbers because that's a mistake people make. They try and play these numbers and they don't know what's going on with these numbers. So I track front pairs and back pairs with a simple sheet, simple glance. Both of these numbers, top and bottom, are the same. Okay? So with the 4-7 that just came in, I'll mark off the 47 right here. And I'll mark off the 78 right here. Okay, 7-8. Is that right? Can you see it? 7-8 right here. All right. So at the end of the year, I know what pairs did not fall, and I'll carry those, alternate those pairs over into the following year. Because the numbers that didn't fall the year prior are going to start falling that next year. That's how you hit process of elimination. Just this year, I've done real well. I'm happy with what I've done. Last year, 0-9 didn't fall, front pair, and 9-0 back pair didn't fall. So when I hit, I pulled that number out. My bucket list was with 0-9-0. That was the next number to come out. And I hit it pretty good. But I also knew from tracking off the master sheet that 900 hadn't failed that year either. So I've done that with quite a few numbers. But the biggest mistake you make is you're not tracking them numbers. That's going to be your number one downfall. If you're trying to really hit and you're a real PICK-3 player, you're going to have to put some kind of real tracking system together of tracking the real actual numbers. Real time, okay? Now, what I did, this is not exactly, it's a strategy, but it is, I'll say that. I arranged these doubles in a position where they mirror each other automatically. I can see at a glance, because if they mirrored each other. Like, they do that on the master sheet, but they wasn't put together like I have it on the strategy 5, number 5, okay? I don't know, that's my laundry. I just got to get it out the washer. I don't know if you can see, that ain't no body in that, y'all. So, but yeah, that's my laundry. I just threw it in on the couch right quick till I can't get a chance to pull it up. I wanted to get this video made. But here you go. That's what I did. This is what I did. I put the triples as sets and mirror. These numbers are sets and they mirror each other. Okay? So what I did, when I mark off something, I automatically know if the number is a set didn't come in or the mirror didn't come in. Okay, because this is a set. 001 and 110 is a set. 556 and 665 is a set. But they mirror each other also, because 5 is a 0, 0 is a 5. All right? And again, 5 is a 0, 0 is a 5. A 1 is a 6, and a 6 is a 1. Same here. 6 is a 1, 1 is 6, 6 is a 1, 1 is a 6, and 5 is a 0, 0 is a 5. Now, what happens if I use this? On average, every year, it depends. And it's before the year, you're going to see a lot of this going together because you're going to be checking it in real time. If 2 of these columns don't play, I'm carrying them columns over into next year and putting them in, looking at them in my bucket list to play when I hit. Because law average, 1 out of those numbers is going to come in. And even if it's if say the year 2 of these don't come in, once the set don't come in, then I'm looking at it and say the set do come in, 1 of the sets come in, but the mirror to the set don't come in. I'm playing those 2. Okay? Play the mirror or the set of each. That way I know at a glance what numbers I'm going to play on my doubles. At a glance. And you can see here the same way with the 449 and 994, they mirror each other. The 227 and 772 mirror each other. If these two don't come in, you definitely know I'm playing them. Or these two here, playing them. All right? Yep. Fairly simple system. That's a mistake people making right now, and they're not tracking them. I guess I hadn't seen a system like mine, so maybe it's because they didn't know. They don't know. But now you know. How that song? Now you know. Pick 3 at a glance. So that's a mistake we make. I was making it one time. I don't make it anymore. You sleep better too, because if you checking these numbers in real time, if the number don't come, you ain't all been out of shape. You know, you ain't been out of shape because you know it's gonna come. You just gotta wait. All righty. That's it, family. That's it, and viewers. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. You can get in touch with me with momoneyterry@gmail.com, and you can call me at 314-260-9801. I'll do my best to get back at you. If I don't respond, hit me back as often as you need to for me to respond, because it's not that I'm ignoring you. It's probably I missed something. I'm new at this, fairly well new at it. So I'm just trying to put it together. But I intend to, every day, like I tell everybody, I give you all my best. I do a tutorial and I do a strategy session. And I know, I was a beginner at one time. So I understand trying to take on a new project. So I'm here to help you with the tutorial, and then the strategy session is probably for a little bit more advanced people. But I also try to do it like somebody's a beginner also. But I can only do as much as you let me know, and that's you commenting. But I am getting a lot of good feedback and a lot of positive responses from it. So again, play them till they come. Make that money, y'all. Peace and love. God bless.